Hey folks, today we're going to replace a door strap off the rear door, and I'll also show you how to remove the inside cover, the door cover on the inside. And that's the same whether or not you have the front or rear door, left or right, it doesn't really matter. It's pretty much the same procedure on all of them, slightly different components. Well, the first thing you got to do is take this screw, and this little screw out, and then that helps you remove this cover out, because this is holding the whole thing in place. You will never be able to get that one off. Then you're going to remove these two screws, the locking mechanism that twists right off like so. All right, and then the tricky part, and somebody broke half of this already here. You can see this is all loose. There's something busted. But here you need to take a little pick and get in the middle here and try to carefully get this plastic cover out, because this one is holding. There you go. So you take that out, and then you remove this one here. That allows for you to get the door handle off, because there's a screw here. There's a screw down in here that you need to loosen up. There you go. And there's one in the back here, somewhere in here. There it is. There we go. There we go. Somebody already loosened this up, and there's a clip missing here on the switch, because normally it doesn't come off that easy. But that allows for you to loosen the screw up here. And the last thing we need to do, there you go, this allows for you to take that off. There you go. And last but not least, we need to take the light out here. There you go. Here I replaced it with LEDs. They don't get quite as warm. And we need to, in a moment, when we take the door cover off the door panel, we will need to take this up first. There you go. There you go. So now this one is the only one that's left. All right. So now I've got almost everything removed. I have to still remove the switch with the door handle, that little thing, and then we can lift the whole panel upward. There are a variety of clips that I'll show you in a moment that need to come off. Alright. Don't lose those little screws. Definitely know those. And you can see they're tiny, so be really careful not to lose those. The nice moisture barrier is still in here. Now we can, and this is for the ashtray, this is for the light. There you go. That one was loose. Alright. So the next thing we need to do is we need to loosen this screw. take this clip off and then slowly tap on the pin to get the hinge pin off. And there are two 10mm hex head screws that we also need to loosen up, and then we'll pull it out from this access hole here, and we should be in ship shape. Alright, we got our little screws out. I've got it. There we go. I can remove it from here. And you can see the water eventually does a lot of damage. This one doesn't look too bad, but it already made kind of like a funky sound. I caught this one right in time. That's the pin. And now I'm going to install a brand new one. Alright, here is the pin. You got all the screws started, and there is also a very small washer here. I need to fit under here. Alright. Grease on later. Don't forget the clip, like so. And now you can tighten the screws. These first. This rubber makes it very difficult to get the screws started. Fortunately, you got all of them started and aligned. Over tighten them after tight comes off. All right. Don't forget this one. All right. No more squeaking noise. I'm going to get a little bit of double-sided tape to put my moisture barrier back in place. Right here, so I don't want for that to prevent me to put the, you can see here that somebody had tried to put this in without being 100% in a good position, good placement. So once I have that, I can put the door card back on after I've cleaned everything up, moved everything, and that's at least for now the bare bone basics. In a moment I'll show you how to put the rest back together. I forgot to show you another little screw that most of the time is gone, like it is here. It sits down there. And like here, got ripped out anyway. I completely forgot to tell you about that one. If you have a pristine Benz, don't forget to unscrew this one, otherwise you'll get stuck. Here there wasn't in there, so I had an easy time to disassemble this one. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have another set of hands, otherwise I would have showed you the whole process, because it is tricky. Best thing is, once you have the overall card hanging here, putting the mechanism, the pin here, and installing it, screwing it back on, pulling this out a little bit so this can go as far up as possible, because you need to get it started up top. And then you need to push and make sure that all the internal pins the clasps of the door get nicely set. Don't use force. You use force and you'll regret it, because you're going to break them, and then this is all going to be loose and it's going to start rattling. So this is now ready to go. Now I can one last tricky part that is left to do is the installing the door handle, because this tang there needs to go, once I have got the switchback installed here, needs to go in here first. But the other thing that I have got to do is I need to put the handle in here, so I can, this screw I can only get to with this thing off, or halfway off. And this is typically where this stuff, the switches, some of these tabs, they're going to break. But it's really important that I have this loose enough so I can put the door handle in, screw this on, and align it, tighten this one, put this door handle mechanism back in place, so I can then tighten down this little screw back here, put the insert on, and make sure that I tighten these two, put the chrome cover back on, and then last piece going in is that one, so the darn thing won't come off. Alright, so got this all back in place. Screws don't protrude. Chrome piece, nothing ratted. It's all nice and tight. This is finally loose, tightened up as well. Cover in nice place. I'm going to touch that up in a moment so it doesn't rust. That works. And there's my light on. Yep, the light is on. And it doesn't make any squealing sounds anymore. Closes nicely. And that's how you can do the rear as well as the front doors. See here at the front door I have this little screw up here. So it's the same thing with this one. I gotta take this one off, this off, remove this when the time comes, take it out, disconnect speaker and light wire, and that is it.